Well, hello, hello, hello. I'm here today with you to show you how to draw two things that I saw in this book. The book was simply titled Duck Rabbit. And in the book, they couldn't decide if the creature they were seeing was a duck or a rabbit. Well, there are some differences, and so we'll draw them showing their differences today. I made two different versions of my drawings simply because this one is more a traditional way of coloring. I have a light blue sky, a white rabbit, a yellow duck. But this one is less traditional because I'm using lines and textures to make these creatures just look a little more fun, if you ask me. But what I'm going to do now is just simply show you how to draw duck and rabbit, and you decide how you are going to treat them. Uh, the first thing you'll do is fold your paper in half. Make a nice crisp fold right there in the middle. When you open it back up, you'll have your paper divided in half. I like to trace on the fold so that I know where the middle is. Great. I'm going to be using the number 2, because there are two of these guys, to begin drawing both animals. Okay, so yes, with the duck, let's start near the top of the page with a simple letter 2, just like that. There's a 2. All right, let's extend this line, make it a little bit longer, and then start here and curve it around, down, and back up to the end. Make sort of a raindrop shape for this wing. Then right inside this curve, I'm going to make a circle for this duck's eye. And after you finish that, bring the curve down just a little bit more, and not all the way, because you want this neck to be thick enough to hold up the head. So the neck comes down and goes into the body, and the body goes down and around the wing, and the tail feather comes up just a little bit higher than the wing. And then right near the tip of the wing, I'm going to start right here and go under and make a curved line that goes up for the ducktail. Right there, curves up just a little bit for the ducktail. Next, let's do the beak. And then pretty much we're done. I'm going to start a little above the eye, just right near the eye. I'm going to make a line that curves down and then back up and then curves around and then comes straight back down to right about where the neck begins for the duck's bill. And that's how I did that. I did go back and I added scalloped or these can be called wavy lines, but I'm going to make sure this duck is in a big pond of water. I think it'll be happiest there. All right, voila, duck. That's the title of the book, Duck Rabbit. If you haven't read that book, you have to read it. It is so funny. Duck Rabbit. Next, let's start with the rabbit. Near the bottom of the page, I'm going to do that simple number 2 again, like so. Pretty much like I did up here. Curve and straight line back. Okay, this will be the hind leg. So I'll curve and go back past the end of the number 2 and curve up just a little bit. This will be that hind leg that is used for jumping. Big muscles there. I'm going to add a bumpy line around for the puff of this rabbit's tail, but I'm not going to make it into a complete circle. Just make the puff just like that. Then from the top of the puff, I'm going to go up and over, up and over the number 2 and then come back down a little ways. So up and over the 2 and come back down. Okay. Next, we'll add the ears, but first let's draw part of the head with a little line there, and draw an ear that goes up, curves, and comes back down. Really close. Let's do a second one. Let's make a little room. So I add a little line right there. Go up, curve, and then back down. Next, we'll add the shape of the face by just making a line that curves down just a little bit. It's just a slightly curved line. Then we'll add the side of the cheek that curves and finishes the face. And I'm not going to start up here. I'm going to leave a space, curve, come down, and make it come up there with a slight curve so it's not a pointy nose. Rabbits have soft features, noses, paws, all that. Right here in the very corner, I'm going to make something that looks like the letter Y for the nose. And then right about here, I'm going to come up a ways, and then right up above the corner of the nose, I'm going to make this bunny's eye. I'm going to give it a shine in there. Yes. Because you can only see pretty much one side of that. Okay. Adding a little details right there. Next, I'm going to make the part of the chest right here underneath the chin, right there underneath the chin, a curved line, and then the front paw curves and comes down to the ground, and then curves to connect, and then the other paw right over here on the other side, back here, curves around, and then the rest of the belly right there, and you have your rabbit. You have your rabbit. Duck Rabbit, exactly what the doctor ordered. A funny book, a funny book, a great book for spring, and easy little friends to draw here. So I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a try. Color it your own way, whether you use just your, I've seen some brown bunnies and even black ones. I used purple to add texture so that my bunny would look furry. I drew a field of flowers all around. I made grass so it could look like spring with this little rabbit and the duck there. So have fun with it, and I'll see you next time.